I don't know why it's spinning. Hey guys.
Hey.
So today we thought we'd take this opportunity to answer some questions for you, considering the fact that this is the first time that we have been using a webcam. Well, actually, she's been recording videos for her YouTube channel, but since I'm not much of a vlogger, I tried it in the past, was never very successful with it, honestly. So, since it's the first time I'm using a webcam with my channel, I thought, hey, why don't we go live and answer some questions? Because she's got followers. I've got a few followers on my videos, but not too many. Thank you for the ones who have. So, you want to answer some questions?
Sure.
All right.
What?
Just mellow out. You're like, you got all this pent up energy. Let it all out.
What energy?
Peace out, man.
I have no energy, so I have coffee.
Oh, well, you're awake, though.
I know. That doesn't mean I have energy.
You'd actually drink this shit? Hang on.
Yeah. It look like you're actually going to take a sip
No,
of it.
hell no.
I will.
That's disgusting. I don't think so. All right, so let's get into this. So, first question, I think it's the most important. What got you into YouTube?
I've wanted to do YouTube for a while. Ever since I was maybe my teens, early 20s. And then when I was 24, I finally decided to go for it. Okay. And I just do random stuff on my channel, mainly unboxing things, tasting things, just random stuff.
But you won't taste white chocolate, though.
Oh, I hate white chocolate. Absolutely not. No white chocolate.
How much would somebody pay you to eat white chocolate on your channel?
Have to be in the six figures.
So if I gave you if I had $500,000 and I paid you $500,000, you would eat white chocolate.
I consider it.
What about if I asked you to do the Packy one chip challenge? How much would you take for that?
That I don't know. That's quite a dangerous one, and I have asthma.
I mean,
I've heard of people going to the hospital for it. I've heard people passing away from it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's worth it to me.
Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, it is like 2.2 million Scoville units. So,
if I didn't make it through the challenge, I couldn't spend the money anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, I tried to do the vlog thing.
Yeah, I've never tried vlogging. I never really had interest in it.
The thing about...
if enough people wanted me to do it, I would try it. But
the thing about wanting to be a vlogger, though, is you really have to devote your time and dedication to being a vlogger. We just don't have time for it. I work for a living, the times that I actually do have to work, I set aside time when I'm not working to make my gaming videos. So, we just really don't have that vlogging lifestyle.
I need a lot for my channel. And see, I don't really work.
I try to.
I don't work outside the home, but I feel like I don't have enough time to vlog either. So.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing. You have to really have the motivation to do it. You know what I mean?
I definitely couldn't do it every day.
Yeah, and
we
don't have interesting enough lives.
We don't honestly.
Yeah, I could show you our house, but it's really small. You get bored immediately. But anyway,
it's not exactly small, but I just don't want to. I don't know. I feel like it's not very interesting. Yeah, it's a very messy house. I'm not gonna.
But then again, I've seen vloggers that that live in squalor. But anyways. I just don't have the energy for it, But I do enjoy putting out gaming videos because
I love doing my channel too.
Yeah, because it's something we enjoy doing. You know what I mean? And if we can give you a little slice of what we enjoy, we can share it with you.
We're very different.
Yeah,
I'm not really a gamer. I do play a little Mario Kart from time to time. Usually, when I'm working out, sometimes I'll play my Nintendo DS. But the games I'm into are very different than what he's into.
But I will tell you. If I had any issue with you not being a gamer, you would have known about it a long time ago, and we've been together since what, 2022?
2021.
2020. Yeah, that's right. It has been 4 years. Yes,
A long 4 years, right?
Yes. So 2021, yeah, so 4 years. If I had an issue with you being a gamer for that long, I would have said something a long time ago.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care.
Yeah. Did you ever show your subscribers the stuff that I've gotten you that's game related?
Oh yeah, I got a few things for Christmas, gamer related. But before I show you these things, I also wanted to show you. I have an Xbox One. Don't mind the tape. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm an angry gamer. If you've seen my YouTube videos, you'll see that sometimes I have a potty mouth. But anyways, I get angry sometimes. We all do. But anyways, I tried to get her to play Goat Simulator. And she's doing this number with the controller, okay? She's going like this, but she can't use the movement button and the camera button at the same time. So she's literally got this goat moving across the screen.
I
cannot rotate the camera. So you just see this goat moving sideways.
It looked like a walking lawn ornament.
Yeah, and then it fell on the ground and just started having a seizure. It was the most hilarious thing.
I'm a handheld person. I just have Nintendo DS, the Nintendo DS Lite to be exact, and that was all I had for games. I was not really a gamer ever.
Yeah, we've got a few handheld consoles over here. I've got a 3DS, and I've also got a Switch over on the on the end table. And then for Christmas, she got me this for Christmas. It has 200 retro games on it.
Reminds me of the original Game Boy or the Game Boy Color.
And then I've got another little thing over in the corner, right here. It's also got 200 games on it, and it's kind of got a neat little Nintendo controller on it.
And tell a funny story when you're done.
And you can play all sorts of little retro games on there. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Show me the bank.
Oh yes, the bank. Almost forgot. This is my bank that I keep money on. It looks like one of those. If you guys have ever seen those original gray Game Boys, those big bulky things, that's what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of the Game Boy Color and then the original Game Boy.
Oh yeah, I don't even think you can find those anymore. She got me this for my birthday. It's a little Pac-Man thing. Now, what were you gonna say?
So when I was in preschool, that's when the Game Boy Color was out. It was about 2000, the year 2000, and I remember Burger King had them in their kids' meals. So when that promotion was running, I got one of those, and to me, it was the real Game Boy Color.
Even though it was the Game Boy Pocket.
Yeah, it was like a fake Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
It was like a toy. It came with a Pokemon game, I think, or something.
But it wouldn't actually play Pokemon.
No, but to me, it was a real thing.
Did your mom not have the money to buy you a Game Boy?
I was 4. I wouldn't have been interested. I'm just saying.
See, here's the thing. When you say 2000...
At that age, when I was 4, I was more, like baby dolls, Barbie dolls, stuff like that.
Yeah, see, the thing about it is, when you say 2000,
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, in 2000, I was in 6th grade.
I was 4 in 2000.
So...
We're 9 years age difference.
Yeah. So, it's like, okay, and I'm thinking, well, your mom didn't buy you a Game Boy, and then it hit me when she said it. Duh, she was 4 years old.
I wouldn't have.
She's not going to buy you a Game Boy at 4 years old.
I don't even know what games were. I know Pokemon was, but I couldn't tell you the rest of them. Several Mario games, probably, but other than that, I actually
started out with Mario. Actually,
yeah, I know, but that fake Game Boy Color that was real to me. I also did off that Tamagotchi from McDonald's Happy Meals.
You were a sucker if you thought that was real.
I was 2 when that Tamagotchi was
I thought you said you were 4.
I was 4 with the Game Boy Color, and the Tamagotchi I was like 2 or 3.
Okay.
They were real to me. Okay. I was a little girl. I didn't know.
And then when you found out later that they weren't actually real game consoles.
Okay.
Just like when you find out years later that Santa Claus isn't actually real, which
I figured that out when I was 11.
By the way, 11. He is real, guys.
He's not.
Yeah, he is. Who do you think brings you your presents every year?
Your parents.
No, it's Santa Claus.
Parents.
Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's not there.
You're 37 years old.
So doesn't mean I can't believe in Santa Claus. Come on, you've seen the Polar Express. It's a magical movie.
I didn't really care for Polar Express.
It's a good movie.
I think I
though.
disliked it more than Christmas Story.
I mean,
I'm a controversial person.
guys, you can be 80 years old and still believe in Santa Claus. It's okay.
Yeah, you guys
You just
do
got to
you.
convince this one that Santa Claus is real.
See, when we have kids one day, I'll let them think Santa Claus is real. But when they don't believe he's real anymore, I'm not going to stop them.
Okay, see what happened is we went from the first question to the second question, and I didn't even read the second question. We just well, I guess we could go into the second question.
Yeah, we
were
didn't
kind of talking about.
We didn't
video
exactly
games.
answer all of it.
Yeah. So, what are your favorite games? What do you like to play? And it doesn't have to be video games. It could be board games, anything.
So I do enjoy playing games. It's not like I'm not like super passionate about it. I do have a Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
My favorite game on that was Mario Kart, but I did like a lot of Mario games like Mario Party and Super Mario Brothers and Yoshi's Island and Super Mario 64, the Nintendo DS version.
Yeah.
But my favorite board game would be the Game of Life, and my favorite card game is Uno. But I do enjoy trying new video games, or new board games, and card games.
You ever tried Cards Against Humanity?
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
No, you've actually played it though, haven't you?
Yeah, you and I played it.
Oh yeah, that's right, we did.
And then I played it with a previous boyfriend as well.
Yeah, if you haven't played it, guys,
you just gotta watch out who you play it with, because some people aren't
very
gonna enjoy
dirty.
it as much as you might.
Well, when you have a card in there that says a 55-gallon drum of lube, or some really inappropriate.
Yeah, stuff we can't really go into detail on here.
Well, I mean, you can just go play the game for yourself, and then you'll find out.
I mean, we're not going to go into that because, YouTube guidelines.
We're not in church.
Well, yeah, but you don't want this video to be taken down, do you?
But we're not in church.
I know. Just go to the next question now.
You're so impatient. Okay, so what games do I like to play? I like to play all kinds of games, actually. I like to play console games, handheld games, because the difference between me and her is the fact that I'm a gamer. So I play a lot of video games, whereas she doesn't really play video games that much.
I mean, sometimes I'll get the urge to play my Nintendo DS. But
yeah, I think if I were to pick one video game that I like the best, it would probably have to be like RPGs, like Doom 3, Half-Life, stuff like that, where you have like a main objective that you have to complete. I like playing first-person shooters like Halo and Call of Duty, and I like playing online games. I have a few that I actually play actively, which would include EVE Online, Star Trek Online, stuff like that. But I'm very eclectic when it comes to video games, because I don't just have one set genre that I like to play, which is why I said, guys, which is why I was going to say, if you guys have any ideas of games that you would like me to play, let me know in the comments, because I can play whatever you guys want. I do have thalassophobia, and I do have coulrophobia, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a fear of clowns. But I am willing to play whatever you guys want to play. I will even play Slender the Arrival if you want me to, even though it scares the shit out of me. You would think something as so old as that wouldn't scare anybody anymore, but it does. I made the mistake of playing it in the dark one too many times, so I'll play that. I'll even play Five Nights at Freddy's for you. I've never played it before. It'll probably cause me to piss my pants scared, but I mean... So, yeah, just let me know what games you guys want me to play. I will try to find them for you if I can find them on Steam. It's usually where I try to find video games. There's a lot of free websites that you can get games from, like Game Jolt and stuff like that. So, like I said, just let me know, and I will try to find those games for you. Hobbies. Do we have any? Do you have hobbies, right?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, I do YouTube, but I do enjoy cooking and baking. I've been baking and cooking a lot lately because of Christmas, and I like arts and crafts. Sometimes we'll do a date night where we color, draw, paint, stuff like that. We did that for fall with pumpkins. rather than carve them, we painted them this year.
You like collecting recipes?
Yeah, sometimes. I kind of like, see, I don't really follow a recipe exactly. Like, I'll take a recipe, but I'll add my own thing to it. Like, for instance, this Christmas, I made chocolate chip cookies. I made the Neiman Marcus recipe. Rather than follow the recipe, though, I did add extra coffee to it because it did call for instant coffee. However, I just made regular coffee and put it in there. And I put cocoa powder, so it was like a chocolate coffee cookie. It was so good. I made vanilla coffee brownies lately. Those are a big hit.
Kind of like with the brownies, where the chocolate was pouring out like lava and sticking to the pan.
The thing is, though, because I used a fudge brownie box mix, so I think that's why it was kind of ooey gooey.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like trying new things too.
I'm still waiting for somebody to pop up in chat. I haven't seen anybody pop in yet. Then again, I mean, understandably, we don't really have a fan base right now. I mean, people have liked our videos, people have watched our videos, but we don't really have a fan base, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build up our fan base because this is something we want to keep doing, and I feel like the more we do this,
plus, I mean, people might not be on YouTube right now. It might be easier. I don't really watch live streams.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's engaging for people, hobbies. Well, I like cross stitching.
And you're good
I know.
at it.
Well, I know that's kind of an odd one. I mean, how many times? Excuse me. How many times do you hear a guy say, "Oh yeah, I like cross stitching, sewing, crocheting"?
Crafts aren't just for young or old or men or women. Everyone can do them.
I'm glad that you think that, because when I was in high school, I got made fun of for it.
I'm sorry that happened.
People wanted to call me a pansy because I like to cross stitch, but I mean, I find it something fun to do.
Yeah, I want you to teach me sometime.
I have one. Actually, I have quite a few of them.
You got your bag here?
No, I'm afraid. Well, stuff might fall out of it if you try to pick it up because it's all.
We did
over.
have. Around, show it?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. It's on the nail on the wall. Okay. So yeah, this was something I made for us back in 2021. I used a pattern for this, so I just copied it by eye. So yeah, that was something that I did.
1 year for my birthday, he did make. It was actually my first birthday after we got married. He made me a Powerpuff Girls cross stitch, and I'm trying to hang this, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. There's a little thing on the back.
There we go. It's gonna be perfect. Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, that one is actually hanging. Or is it in the bathroom, or is it?
It was here. There's one in the bathroom of Hello Kitty that he made for me. It was
somewhere around here. Is the
it's in this
Powerpuff
room.
Girls. Yeah,
we'll show up after we're done here, probably.
It's somewhere in here. Yeah, I did a cross stitch. I did a Powerpuff Girls cross stitch for her. The reason why I haven't been really doing cross stitching lately is because here within the last few years, I've started to develop carpal tunnel really bad, and it's nothing like what you think, guys. I know people think that sometimes you can get carpal tunnel from doing, underhanded things. I'm not going to say what, but that's not anything. But I just I get carpal tunnel because I work with my hands a lot. I work with my hands at work. I work with my hands at home. Believe it or not, playing video games actually suppresses the carpal tunnel. At least it does for me. I don't get any issues with carpal tunnel when I'm playing games. But it actually helps. And video games, it's therapeutic. It really is. Because, I mean, I get angry. Everybody gets angry playing video games. If you asked her, she would tell you, "Oh yeah, he gets real angry playing video games." I mean, I'm a gamer. What do you expect?
See, like the game I would get angry with, I didn't really get too angry with. It's called Carnival Games. It's a game for the Nintendo DS, and I think they had a Wii version too.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much you're just playing carnival games throughout. Like you'd have the balloon pop game, the game where you'd have to dunk the guy, throw the thing and dunk the guy in the water.
That would really piss me off.
But I would call them the rigged carnival games because you would just miss it even though you actually got it. I would just get irritated by move on.
Yeah, see, that's like when you're that's like when you're playing Doom 3, for example, or when you're playing the Doom games.
Yeah.
and you go to shoot somebody, and it seems like it goes right through them, especially those damned spiders. Because right now I'm currently doing a playthrough of Doom 3. Those freaking spiders piss me off, man. Like, oh, and it's just little stuff like that, you know.
Sometimes I play the game Gardening Mama. It's from the Nintendo DS, but it's from the Cooking Mama series.
Why does that sound like?
You just plant a big garden. You have flowers, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. However, if you're gonna play it, you better make a day of it, because you're gonna start one project and then all at once, all your crops are gonna start to wilt.
Yeah.
So you have to go tend to all of them.
Well, why does it sound like that? Why does it sound like that animal game, Animal Crossing? Why does it sound like Animal Crossing for some reason?
I didn't really play Animal Crossing. I tried Animal Crossing one time when a previous boyfriend, he got me a Nintendo 2DS for Christmas. I think that's what it was. It might have been a 3DS.
Oh, you mean the guy that's that has an anime waifu?
Yeah, we don't need to go into details on
that he gets sexually attracted to anime.
Yeah, I don't know, but
which is really fucking weird.
Anyway, see, I would play the Animal Crossing game every time I would try to, even though I would save it, whenever I would try to go turn it on, it would literally start right back to the beginning. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have time to get interest in this game. And then,
that's why I don't play Animal Crossing, because it's stupid.
See,
at least I think it's stupid.
I know it's pretty popular. I just couldn't get into it, but I don't like a lot of popular things.
Just like I think that. Okay, so personal opinion. If you guys get mad at me, I'm sorry. This is just my personal opinion. I personally do not like Fortnite. I never have. If you guys ask me to play it, I will play it. But it's one of those that I really don't care for. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if somebody wanted me to play, I don't know, the Barbie game for PlayStation. It's something that I really don't like, but I will play it for you if you guys request it. I'm just not going to make like a 15-20 video series about a title that I really don't like. I mean, granted, I want to put content out there for you. It's not just about me. But, it's like, it has to be something that both of us can enjoy. You know what I mean? Because that's part of being motivated to do something, is you have to feel motivated to do it yourself. And if I don't feel motivated to do it, I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So,
question?
We're gonna skip that one because
I don't understand.
You don't stream.
I don't really understand it either.
So this is gonna be a really odd question. What is the most favorite thing about your community?
Are you talking about my community on YouTube?
Or community? I'm assuming it's talking about the town that you live in.
Right, so we live in a pretty small town in Indiana.
Yeah, like if you drive, you could drive right past it.
Yeah, if you blink, you'll miss it, as they say.
Compared to where I came from, which is like 80,000 people, and there's only like 10,000 people in this town.
Yeah. We don't have a lot here. I don't want to say the town it is, but I call it the middle of nowhere, Indiana, because we have the basic fast food stuff. But we don't have very many shops or restaurants.
Don't worry about that, guys. That's the household ghost. He does that all the time. Anyways.
We don't have like a mall or anything, but that's kind of a nice thing too, because I don't know if I want all that in the town here. I kind of like going outside of town sometimes.
I never went to the mall anyway.
Yeah, I mean the malls are not as, I don't think they're as popular now with online shopping, Amazon, and everything else. Mm-hmm. I guess I would say I like that it's kind of close and tight knit. I mean, yeah, everyone does know your business. But
yeah, like I said, I mean, the only reason I ever went to the mall was to go to GameStop. Yeah. We went to the mall because when I moved up here, when I lived in the town that I used to live in, not going to name names, but anyways, when I moved up here from the town I did live in, she would come down there to visit when we were still dating, and we would go to the mall and we'd go to Bath and Body Works and stuff like that. But it was a pretty big mall, and I oftentimes didn't feel like walking all over that entire mall.
See, we have a mall maybe about a half hour away. They used to have quite a few things. Now it's half the stores are closed. I went there 3 years ago. That was the last time I was there. Half the stores were closed.
Well, stores are closing around here too.
Yeah.
I think Pizza Hut just closed not that long ago.
Yeah.
We had been working at Pizza Hut there for a while, but
pretty much, which it's kind of a, I don't really understand the whole thing. They didn't really tell us all the details.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just our store, it was pretty much all of them are in this general area.
Yeah, like, I was weird because, like...
I don't know if we should talk too much about this. 'Cause
What?
I don't know. But go on.
Well, I mean, she got me up one morning, and she said that our manager had messaged us, and she was like, don't bother showing up for work this morning. And I had asked her why, and she said it's because, we were getting shut down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happened literally overnight, and...
Yeah, so I know that they didn't close down nationwide, but they did close a lot of our stores. Kind of like...
quite a few in the Midwest. I'm not sure about the rest of it. I know it was mainly Indiana, Illinois,
Yeah.
and Kansas. I think were affected. But
yeah, it's kind of like with Sears, because Sears closed a lot of their stores too, and I have a feeling that Sears is getting ready to go out of business.
I figured they were out of business already.
They've got
Kmart's out of business.
I think they have a few stores that are still open.
Kmart had one, and they finally shut down the last store.
But with everybody buying stuff online nowadays, nobody wants to go to a department store like that anymore. So
that's why I said I think malls are pretty much a thing of the past.
And I remember shopping at Sears too when I lived.
I've been there a few times.
When I lived in the trailer back in 2010, I had bought my washer. I had paid $750 for my washer and dryer, and that includes the delivery fee, which is like $100 and some. Nowadays, you go to get a washer and dryer, it's almost double or 3 times that much. So it just goes to show you how expensive stuff has gotten. As far as this community is concerned, I really don't know anybody in this community. I really don't associate with anybody in this community because I've been here for over a year, but I really haven't taken the time to make friends with anybody here.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not much of a social butterfly. I mean, when I worked, I have made friends at work, but other than that, I don't really have friends outside of that. I mean, we never went out to hang out. The only time I really hung out with my friends outside of work was when the nursing home I worked at closed down and we had like a goodbye party. That was probably about it. And then when we had our wedding reception, some of our friends from work would come.
Well, not to mention the fact that now that we're married, at least for me, I don't go out partying anymore. Yeah. I don't go out. Well, I haven't. I haven't been an alcoholic since 2016, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm proud of you for overcoming that. I mean,
yeah. Well, I didn't know maybe I'll share that. Maybe I'll share. Yeah, well, I suppose I could share that story now. So yeah, back in 2016, I used to be a heavy alcoholic, and it got to the point where I was doing it every day. And it got to the point where my quality of life had pretty much diminished. And it wasn't because of something that was wrong with me. It's just that I had a lot of problems with depression and anxiety. And I had gotten to the point where I just didn't care about my life anymore. And I had worthless friends back then. And I didn't care anymore. And then when I almost lost my gallbladder, well, I did lose my gallbladder, and it almost burst because I didn't want to go to the hospital, so I kept putting it off and I kept putting it off, even though that's really dangerous. Guys, if you need to go to the hospital, don't put it off because it could cost you your life. And it almost cost me my life. In fact, when they were in the middle of taking out the gallbladder, I flatlined on the table. I think it was like for a couple minutes. And thank God they were able to bring me back. But guys, if you need to go to the hospital, don't wait.
No, don't.
Because it could kill you. And I know you're not supposed to say words like that because of the algorithm, but I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? But I really did believe, and I really still believe that it was the alcohol that did it because it caused my grandfather's kidneys to shut down and caused his organs to shut down.
You never know.
So after that, it really woke me up, and I realized that I need to quit drinking. And I haven't even touched alcohol since 2016. But yeah, I mean, I just don't go out partying anymore.
I was never a party girl.
Yeah, I don't go out hanging out with friends anymore.
I used to go to birthday parties, but I mean that was about it.
I'm too grown up for that shit.
Yeah.
We just we
I don't even
do
know
our
where
own,
you go for that anywhere.
we just do our own thing. We don't even go to the bar.
Never been to a
So
bar.
I know that seems like a boring existence, but we get by.
Yeah.
So
We got a lot going for us.
yeah, we do.
Okay, next question. Before I move on from that.
So yeah, you were done with that a minute ago. Yeah. So what is your okay? So I know that you're not a gamer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do play games, what is your go-to strategy? Like,
what do you mean exactly? Like, I play to win, I guess.
You play to win. Well, doesn't everybody play to win?
Yeah.
Do you have a competitive spirit?
Not really.
Is that why when you go to play Scrabble, you just say screw it and start spelling out nonsense words?
Yeah, because see, when we play Scrabble, kind of weird. Like, we don't keep track of points. We don't actually have a Scrabble board. It's my brother and sister-in-law's.
Yeah, she spells words that aren't even.
Well, eventually, I mean, you run out of space on the board. You got to like make your own thing.
Yeah.
We actually have Scrabble. Actually, it's Scrabble Junior. Technically, we don't play Scrabble. They're actual Scrabble.
I told you we should play Klingon Scrabble. What?
No.
I
won't understand it.
She doesn't like Star Trek at all, and it's like it's one of those things where like I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge Trekkie, and she doesn't like Star Trek at all, and I do annoy her with it sometimes.
So we did watch when we were still engaged. We would. We'd talk every night on Messenger, the Facebook Messenger app or whatever, and they have where you can watch TV streaming thing on there.
I try to get her to watch Star Trek.
We watch the episode with the Tribbles, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I liked that episode.
See, you watched one episode of Star Trek, and you did get into it.
Just hey, shut your big face.
So that means that you're a fan of Star Trek.
Not exactly.
You liked one episode.
What? One episode doesn't make you a super fan.
I didn't say super fan.
Just like you could like one song by an artist, but that wouldn't make you a huge fan.
Well, I mean, I've heard of people saying they like. Eminem, for example.
I mean, just fill in the blank of like
a couple songs.
I mean, yeah, but I did like that episode because it reminded me of when I was a kid. The little stuffed animals I would collect. It reminded me of that, but. Other than that, I can't really get into it. I'm sorry.
I'm still trying to convince her to watch the actual Star Trek movie that came out in 2009 with Chris Pine.
Same with Star Wars. I can't get into Star Wars either. Well, I tried one time. I fell asleep within 10 minutes.
Well, you're not a Jedi, so.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff he's not into.
Yeah, like The Princess Bride.
Yeah. It was your idea to watch that.
Rapunzel's okay.
That's my favorite. Rapunzel's my favorite. I love Rapunzel.
It's either one of those you like it or you don't. I don't like Frozen.
I like Frozen. It's not my favorite movie. Like I do prefer Tangled, Brave, Cinderella, and a few more above Frozen.
Right.
I like Inside Out more than I do Frozen. I mean, Inside Out's a top 5 movie for me.
Did you ever have a moment during a game where you were like, where you just felt really good about yourself?
I mean, if I feel like I'm gonna win, maybe. Like when we played last time, we played Mario Kart. When the 4 of us all played it, and I beat you for once. Because I'm actually really bad at Mario Kart. It's my favorite game, but I'm not really good at it.
Don't feel bad. I'm not very good at it either.
Especially the Wii version, because again, I'm a handheld person. I mean, I've always just played my Nintendo DS. I never had any I never had anything like a controller. Like I've never had we have a Nintendo Wii now, but it's.
Oh, you mean like one of these?
Yeah, I'm not good at things like that.
And I almost turned it on. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way you are. I have a win strategy, but it really depends on what game you're playing. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm playing Skyrim, I like to do things a little bit more stealthily. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if I'm playing a game like Doom, I will rush in and just annihilate everything in my path, which what Doom player
Mhm.
doesn't do that? You know what I mean? That's the whole point of it. It's just you get thrown into arena with 1,000 demons. What else are you supposed to do? So
I feel like you wouldn't like a lot of the games I played as a teenager or a young girl and a teenager.
you mean like Little Big Planet?
I don't even know what that. I've heard of it. I can't tell you what it is. But aside from the Mario games, I would play a lot of girly games like Hello Kitty, Little's Pet Shop, Strawberry Shortcake. There's even a Build-A-Bear game I still have. I'd play games like that. So I don't think you would get into those.
So that's another one, guys. That's another game where I've never really played it. It looks dumb. But I would still play it. If you guys wanted us to play it, we can still play it.
Yeah.
It's just sock puppets.
And of course,
around collecting stickers.
I mentioned earlier I played Gardening Mama, and they have another one called Crafting Mama that's part of that series. I have the two Cooking Mama games for Nintendo DS, but even though in real life I prefer cooking to like gardening or even crafting, I'm not that crazy about those games. I don't know why I'm not very good at them, for one thing.
I've never played them. She has like 1,000 DS games.
Not 1,000. I did downsize quite a bit. I used to have now maybe 20, 30-ish.
What's the one? Didn't your ex get you your DS?
My Nintendo 2DS, yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it to a family that could use it more than I
thought
can.
he got you your DS.
Oh, no, that's my baby that I bought when I was 12.
Oh, no, he got you the case for it.
Oh, yeah, he got the case I keep it in.
Yeah, so let me tell you how much this dude sucks, right? So they went to the store, and he gets a whole bunch of video games, and then he expects her to pay for them.
I was like, absolutely not, no.
Like, okay.
You can forget that, buddy.
It's one thing if somebody offers, but that would be like, okay, that would be like if we went to GameStop, just looking around, and then I got like, I don't know. I'll use this as an example. If I just got it off the shelf, put it on the counter, and then expected you to pay for it.
First, he wanted me to go in half of him, even though it wasn't anything I would use. And I'm like, no. Then last minute he's like, hey, why don't you buy it? I'm like, heck no.
Yeah, see, I can understand if he was like, is it possible that you can help me get this?
Like, maybe
because I don't have the money for it.
Then don't buy it.
Because
wait till you.
Because the worst thing you're gonna say is no. You know what I mean?
Just wait till you have the money for it.
Yeah, like
you could ask the store, could you put one aside until whatever date I'll have the money?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I haven't purchased a video game since January of this year. All the games that I have are games that I personally own. And of course, I didn't start this gaming channel until like a few days ago. I've had the channel for a long time, but I just didn't start making games on this channel until like a few days ago.
I've never done a gaming video. I did show, because in November I did a challenge where I named something I was grateful for every day. One day was my Nintendo DS, and I showed the games, but I never actually have done a gaming video, and it's not really, I don't know if that's something I'll do. I don't really know how I do it because this is his webcam that he just got today. I don't have one. I just film with my phone. I'm pretty basic. I don't have any fancy equipment. He just recently started editing my videos. I normally would almost always put them out on my own. But
the next question is, what is your favorite in-game moment?
I don't even know it. End game?
In-game, like it.
In the game. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't play enough, to be honest.
How about when we were playing Mario Kart and you actually ended up getting through that track without crashing?
So, I'm not a great driver. I'm even worse on Mario Kart.
No, she's not. This is how she drives, guys. She'll take the controller, okay, and she'll be driving like this.
I'm not
going down the road. So
I don't know what exactly you call that kind of video game console, but I'm a handheld person.
A Wii?
No, I'm talking about the genre of them or whatever.
Racing game?
No, I'm talking about the system.
Nintendo Wii?
I know what it's called, but like the ones that I don't know
console?
Console. I don't have much experience with consoles. My brother did have a Xbox 360 for a while, but I hardly played it. I'm more into like
Is that why
I'm-
you're walking sideways with the goat and made him have a seizure?
Probably,
Which
but,
is the most hilarious thing. I wish we would have recorded it because it was so funny.
yeah. Well, we can play it again in the future. But I don't know. But yeah, when I played, especially on the Nintendo Wii version with the Mario Kart, I was crashing into everything, driving
Sounds
off
like you.
cliffs, driving in the water. Haven't done that in real life yet.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
I haven't done that in real life yet.
But it sounds like something you would do, though.
Not on purpose.
I guarantee you, if I let you play Need for Speed right now, you'd be clipping every single sign
Probably,
along the side
yeah.
of the road.
You're absolutely right.
And then you would end up crashing.
But hey, you can honestly, at least I don't drive like this in real life.
Thank God, because I wouldn't want to end up dead. I think my most favorite gaming moment was I was playing Halo 5, I believe, with a friend of mine that lives in Tennessee now. And I know that if he ever watches this video, he'd be like, "Fuck you!" But anyways,
My channel's family friendly. So be careful what you say is going on my channel too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you a cookie. Anyways, we were playing a match together on Halo 5. It was just him and I. And this dude thought it would be a wonderful idea to put rocket launchers in the map. So you
Oh,
can
man.
pick them up. So we go to start. First thing I do is grab the rocket launcher. Okay. So 5 minutes in, I shoot him with a rocket launcher and kill him.
No, I'm sorry.
And then from the other end of my headset, I can hear him cussing and
Oh,
screaming.
Lordy.
Fuck you, you motherfucker. What the hell are you doing? Why did you shoot me with a rocket launcher? What the hell? You didn't even give me a chance. And I'm like, dude, you put rocket launchers in this map. What did you think I was going to do? Well, I didn't expect you to pick one up and kill me within the first 5 minutes. What else do you want me to do when you put it right in front of the spawn point?
I will say, I kind of like when you think you're going to lose a game and you end up actually winning. That's happened to me, but
that happens to me quite a lot, especially when you're playing a game with a health system like Doom 3, and then you end up making it all the way through the level with like 10% health. Happens to me all the time.
It's like my brother, his first game system was a Game Boy Advance SP. One of the first games he got was the Mario Party Advance game.
Mm-hmm.
And it took we would play it, and I ended up beating it finally, like 9 years later, and I didn't think I'd ever beat it. I was like, yes, I finally won.
What was the biggest mistake you've ever made at a game?
So, I don't know. I mean, can I say, like, games I've made mistakes of buying? Would that be okay? Because I can't really think
Sure, because we all know that you're not a gamer.
Okay, so I hated that stupid silly band trend that came out in 2010. It was a stupid rubber bands that were shaped.
What the hell is a silly band?
I just told you it's a shaped rubber band.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
So
now.
it
Never
came
mind.
out. I mean,
Never
it might have
mind.
had something to do because I was in high school, or I was in middle school, and it came out. I was like 7th or 8th grade,
Right.
and it was probably aimed for younger kids.
Mm.
But everyone used them. Everyone absolutely loved them. I actually hated them. I think the only person in existence that hated these stupid things. Anyway, years after that trend died out, we went to Five Below. It was for my 18th birthday. I had a little money I wanted to just waste.
Mm-hmm.
They had some video games at the time. I doubt they still sell video games, but they have a few Nintendo DS for games.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a game for silly bands. Given that I hated the stupid trend of silly bands, I don't know why I decided to buy it. It was only $5 though. So I'm like, what the heck, I'll try it. So
You girls like the strangest things.
I didn't like silly bands, and I don't know why I bought this.
Well,
Mistake.
Let me rephrase that. Some girls like the strangest things.
It wasn't just for girls. Boys were into silly bands too.
I don't know what kind of boys you were hanging out with.
I didn't hang out with them. You just see kids out in public. They'd have these stupid rubber bands on their arm, like this.
Yeah, that's just so stupid.
The kids
I thought they were stupid.
Thank you. Finally, someone agrees with me. These stupid things were stupid. But anyway, I don't know why I figured this would be a great thing to buy. I bought it, and
That's like people.
This dude, the game didn't make any sense.
That's like people who are obsessed with snap bands. I never got the point of it.
That must have been from back in your day.
You know what a snap band is?
Oh.
So it's this big thing, right?
It was like a bracelet.
Yeah, and then you put
Oh,
it on the
okay,
wrist.
yeah.
Yeah, snap bracelets. You know what I mean?
Well, that makes more sense to me than the silly band.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't get into that trend either.
Well, no. Again, though, I don't like a lot of things that are popular.
I mean, I like an iPhone. That's popular.
Yeah, I'm an Android girl.
No, it's like $1,000.
My mom got one for
$1,000.
free, but she hates it. I will say it's a good gaming phone.
Well, that's because it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, this was like 5 years ago, though. She got it for free from DirecTV.
The only thing I don't like about the iPhone is the fact, yeah, it's got some really nice features, features that you can't get with Android. But as soon as you break the screen, it's a piece of shit. Seriously. I think the biggest mistake that I've ever made, or not mistake, but or the biggest mistake that I've ever made in a game was I made the mistake of underestimating my enemies.
Yeah.
It's happened to me quite a bit, and you end up getting overwhelmed because you get frustrated.
I could see that.
And then you try to rush through it, and you don't take your time because you want to get to that final end goal, and then you just end up killing yourself. As far as glitches or bugs, have you ever encountered any glitches or bugs in any games you've ever played?
Not that I can think of now.
Well, considering the fact that you're not a gamer.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I've encountered quite a few glitches. A lot of times when a game developer will put out a game, it might be 100% done, but sometimes there might be areas where you can clip through the game. And there's a lot of games like this where you can take some sort of exploit and you can clip through the game. You know, and it's so easy to miss stuff like that, you know. When you fall through the floor, for example. Yeah, they had one like that on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, where you could clip through the mountains and go back to Area 69 and clip back through the facility when you're not actually supposed to go through there. What?
It's on the ball.
But yeah. That's enough about video games because you're not a gamer.
Yeah, because half of these I couldn't answer. I had to
Well,
improvise.
You're not a gamer. We know you're not a gamer. So where are you from?
Indiana, born and raised.
Why?
Dude, that's where my parents ended up.
I told you I was going to ask you why.
I know. No, my mom's from Kentucky. My dad was from Kansas. I have a collector set of parents, one from each K-state. And
that's the reason why she wasn't allowed to watch The Wizard of Oz, because her dad was from Kansas.
My dad hated this movie because, see, every time he tells somebody he's from Kansas, they'd be like, "Oh my God, is it anything like from The Wizard of Oz?" He heard that question so many times. He's like, "I hate that movie. It's banned from our house. No one's allowed to watch it." I made a video recently about Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, because Kansas is the land of munchkins. That sounds so stupid.
I mean, I could see why the poor man was tired of hearing it.
Yeah, look, okay. So, guys, there's tornadoes in Kansas, yes.
A tornado can happen anywhere, to be honest.
But there's tornadoes here, and we live near the East Coast. You know,
the Midwest.
Well, we live closer to the East Coast.
That's like with...
We live east of Illinois, okay? So there's tornadoes here.
That's like saying the Midwest, despite the part of Indiana I live in, there's more than corn here. Not much more than corn, but there is more than corn here. Yeah,
like the commercial. There's more than corn in Indiana. Indiana Beach. Beautiful Lake Schaefer down in Monticello, Indiana. Proving once again there is more than corn in Indiana. I've watched the commercial so many times I can mimic it.
Very much.
But yeah, for you to say that, just because there was a tornado in The Wizard of Oz, that's like saying...
well, they probably asked about if there were, like, if there's a Cowardly Lion or a Tin Man, too.
Yeah, that's like saying California is the only place on Earth where you can get a sunburn. Like seriously,
or a
yeah.
wildfire,
I
an
mean,
earthquake, or whatever.
there's so much about the Wizard of Oz that people just see as stereotypical. Like,
I think that can be with anything, though.
yeah, I mean, it was a good movie.
See, I've never seen it. Given that,
But yeah, I mean, you'd have to watch it because it's a good movie.
I'm thinking I want to watch it.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see the Wicked movie, but I want to wait till I see Wizard of Oz first.
I mean, you're kind of allowed to now.
Well, yeah, I'm a grown adult. I can do what I want.
Once you turned 18,
And my
you
dad,
could've been
unfortunately, has
allowed.
passed away, so it's
Yeah,
not like
I'm
he
sorry.
can't.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect him that he's gone, but I mean, it's not like he's gonna be there like he did. Told you can't watch the movie.
Well, on a more happier note,
Mm-hmm.
if we were watching a movie,
Mm-hmm.
because the thing about us is when we watch a movie, we it's because we're eating, so we like to eat while we're watching a movie, dinner and a movie sort of thing.
Yes.
So, if we go to watch a movie, what's your most favorite food?
Well,
That's an easy question for you.
yeah, like typical stuff like popcorn.
Everybody
you wanna
likes
eat-
popcorn,
If you want to do like a more like a dinner food, I would say pizza. I guess I do like
everybody likes pizza.
yeah. So like pizza, popcorn, candy, type of thing. My black coffee, my plain water. I drink very bland things. I don't drink anything in my coffee.
She
I don't
likes
drink things in my
she likes
tea.
sparkling water, and
I love sparkling water. Yes, I don't drink pop anymore. I used to drink it up until I was 13.
I prefer.
Or Mio.
Yeah, if it's not banned here pretty soon.
Yeah,
What was his name that said he was going to try to
I don't want to get into politics.
just answer the question?
Robert Kennedy.
Yeah,
RFK.
said something about wanting to ban stuff that had like Splenda.
Which I think is a good thing because I mean it's our artificial stuff is not good for you. I mean that's one thing.
Yeah,
But I mean there's a right and a wrong way to go about it.
that's all we're going to say
Yeah,
about that.
'cause
But anyways,
We don't get into politics here.
we said anything about politics. I just asked you what the guy's name was.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to get too far into politics.
Yeah. So, yeah, the nice stuff about this, it's got like zero sugar. It's got like zero everything. I think there may be like a few added sugars in it or something. I don't know, but it's actually pretty good.
Fruit flavored water is good too. Like if you take water and put like orange slices, lemon slices, and lime slices.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I take like lemon juice and I'll put it in water.
The nice thing is if you do that a lot, you'll get mouth canker sores in your mouth and they
I've
hurt.
never got a canker sore from it.
See, when I was a teenager, I was really into like health and fitness, and which I still am. I mean, I did study nutrition, but there was one time that I drank so much citrus infused water, it hurt my mouth, like so bad, and I had to go to the dentist for it. And at the same time, I had an ear infection in one of the ears, and they told me at the eye doctor my eyes sucked. Like they said, my eyesight was bad. So I'm like, I'm falling apart.
You literally had a doctor tell you your eyesight sucks.
Well, not in so many words, but they said I have my mother's eyes and her eyesight.
Hello,
is
how are we
not the
doing today? Oh, by the
greatest.
way, I wanted to tell you your eyesight sucks.
I don't have great eyesight. That's why I have these. I've worn glasses since I was 8, and they've told me I can't wear contacts because my eyes don't have the right shape for
That
them.
would be like you.
Which is
That
weird,
would be
but-
like you getting your grades from the teacher, and your teacher says your grades suck.
I watched a movie one time. I forgot the name of it. It was one of those Lifetime movies, I think. It was one of those based on a real. It was before they were like they are now, but
See, when I think of Lifetime, I think of Bridget Jones' Diary.
see, I didn't watch Bridget Jones. But anyway, a teacher. It was about high school kids, and a teacher literally told a kid, she's like, "You're lucky, you're pretty," and then gave her paper. I'm like, well, that's kind of crappy to say.
God, talk about savage.
I mean, it was based in the 80s or 90s, so I mean, back then, I guess it went over better than it would now.
Teacher might as well have walked in and said, "You're ugly, kid."
No, because I guess
God.
the kid got a bad grade on whatever the test was.
Well,
So
make him
she
feel
said-
worse about it.
She's like, "You're lucky, you're pretty," or something, or it's a good thing you're pretty, or something. Like, I'm like, gosh,
Yeah, that would make me feel like shit. Seriously.
me too. Okay, well, we should probably move.
As far as food is concerned, I would have to say that see, here's the thing: when it comes to food and music and video games and books. I'm eclectic. I don't have
Meanwhile,
just one. Meanwhile, what?
I'm not very eclectic.
Yeah, we're at kind of opposite ends of the
Yeah.
spectrum. And, people who talk to us, I'm sure they wonder, how is it that you guys love each other and have been together for 4 years, but you're at opposite ends of the spectrum on so much? And really, it all comes down to the little stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the big stuff that counts. But
and
yeah.
Opposites do attract,
Yeah.
I mean, would you want someone just like you to be your spouse? Because I wouldn't. And let me be honest, I don't really like myself most days, and I have a hard time with self-love, so I couldn't see being married to someone just like me.
Yeah, it's like with music. Like, I like a lot of heavy metal. I do listen to some death metal. And I listen to a lot of music that, her mom would probably say is devil music, because that's what my grandmother used to say.
If she wouldn't say devil music, she would just kind of judge you silently.
Yeah. Oh, my grandmother wouldn't.
Or she'd tell me, what was he listening to? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if my grandmother was still alive and she could hear the music that I listen to, because I don't care. I listen to what I want to listen to. I don't really care. She would tell me that the music that I listen to is devil music and it's straight from the pit of hell. I mean, that's just how she was. She was, she was a devout Christian, which I have no issue with that whatsoever.
See, I'm a Christian, and I don't know. Sometimes I would hear say like a Christian wouldn't listen to rock and roll music,
yeah. but
I don't think it's totally true. I mean,
but you don't judge me for the music I listen to, though.
I don't think God isn't not going to forgive you because you listen to rock music.
I play my music like that in the car, and she doesn't say anything unless you're like Mom and just silently judge me for it.
Well, I mean, she hasn't said anything like that to me lately.
Well, I don't play it when she's in the car.
I know. But,
yeah, I'm going to play Cradle of Filth while she's in the car.
Yeah, but my parents, my dad was in the rock music, especially like the 70s rock, like with Queen, Elton John, Beatles. My mom's more into the older country stuff. But
George Jones.
Yeah,
that's about as far as that list goes. Is George Jones, Vince Gill, and I think that's pretty much it.
She likes Alan Jackson and George Strait.
The list is still very short.
She still listens to more eclectic stuff than me.
Yeah, that's true. Because the only thing you listen to is Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley's my idol. I love him so much. He's been my favorite singer since I was 12 years old. I've seen him twice. One time at Wrigley Field, and then another time in Illinois before that.
Lucky you, I've never been to a concert before.
Oh, it's fun. We need to go one day.
Yeah, but, we should go see something modern like
Brad Paisley.
I'm talking about rock music. I'm not talking about country music.
He's not much of a country fan, I don't think, are you?
I mean, some of it's okay. But I mean, if you were to ask me what's my most favorite song, I would probably have to say something from Linkin Park.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Chester Bennington was celebrity passing that hit you the hardest.
Yeah, so I was actually at the fair with my ex-girlfriend, and they announced it over the loudspeaker. And I thought that, it was one of those fake celebrity death hoax things, that you see.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started looking through my news feed, started looking all over the internet, and I found that it was true. And honestly, like, it made me cry because Linkin Park, like, their music helped me get through some really dark times when I was in high school. And my ex-girlfriend, she made fun of me for it because she couldn't understand why I was getting upset over somebody like that. But, when music touches you in a certain way,
it's like, I mean, I kind of feel free because I still have my idol look up to. You don't have that, and I feel horrible. I mean, I'll never meet him, like meet Brad Paisley, tell him how much he's helped me, but to not have that hope anymore, it's kind of it's gonna be earth-shattering.
Now that just goes back to, the reasons why I was drinking. Like, just because I quit drinking alcohol doesn't mean by any means that my depression went away. It doesn't mean that my self-worth improved any. It just means that I made a conscious life choice to not do something destructive
And I'm
like
proud
that.
of you for
Yeah.
overcoming
So
it. I
if
mean,
if I were to sit here and tell you right now that I don't have any problems with depression, that I don't have problems with anxiety, that I don't have problems with self-worth, it would be a lie. But thank God that you're in my life,
no.
because you definitely have an impact on that.
I try.
My video games help me,
Mm.
and making video games for you, like making gaming videos for you guys, helps me too, because it helps boost my confidence, and that's why I continue to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTubers you'll see, are all smiling, bubbly when they're playing video games, and they just have a general gift for it. But
See, I don't know if I have a gift for YouTubing or YouTube video making. I don't know what the word means.
it's just you enjoy doing it.
But I enjoy doing it, and I feel like my videos now are better than the first handful that I made. Because, I mean, the more you do it, the more comfortably good, I guess.
Well, not to mention the fact that you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, I think, starts out and they're a little bad until they get better.
You're always going to have shitty videos to begin with.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the more you build up your confidence. And honestly, the easier it gets,
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't be able to do like a vlog because it's just an everyday thing. And
I don't think if I did a vlog, it'd have to be like a one-time thing. I couldn't do it all the time. It'd be once in a blue moon. It's just too difficult.
Yeah.
The closest I've gone to doing a vlog was I kind of I did one video and I gave you like a day-by-day thing of what I do.
Right.
But, I mean, every day is a bit different. Mm-hmm. This was just kind of a basis of a day when he goes to work. Because I'm a housewife now. I don't work.
Right.
I have my little ways to make money, but ultimately I don't work right now.
Well, she's looking, though. She's been looking for a job for a while. And we're trying to find something.
We're trying to focus more on making a family.
But, of course, this is such a small town that it's kind of hard to find a job here. That's why I had to go out of town just to be able to find a job, because I couldn't get one here, especially after Pizza Hut closed down. Yeah. So.
Pizza was the only job I ever had in town here. I've always worked out of town. Northwest Indiana is a very small little world.
It is, believe me. Compared to where I came from, yeah.
Because where you're from, I don't think you'd... I mean, it's definitely not a tight-knit place like Lowell is. I mean,
it depends on where you go.
You're probably not going to know everyone's business in a big town or a big city like where you're from.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Not unless it's like broadcast on the news or something.
See, the thing about it is, I lived in the hood.
Well,
she would call it straight out of whatever, because I lived in the hood. Yeah, believe me. There were a lot of times where I would go, because see, the thing about it is, even in a town like that, I didn't feel unsafe. There was a lot of crime in that town, but I didn't feel unsafe. I would go outside and I would sit on the porch at 3 a.m. Why? Because it's quiet. There's nobody out. It's completely silent.
To me, that seems like sitting out in Chicago. To me.
Yeah, but nothing ever happened, and I never felt afraid either.
And I worried so much about his safety.
But I'd be sitting out there.
Which I'm not saying if you live in a big city, that's good for. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad. I mean,
it's completely peaceful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
everyone's different.
I even had a cop roll up at 3 a.m. He saw me sitting on the porch, and he asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm doing okay. And he said, He said, "What you doing out here?" And I said, I just stepped outside of my apartment to get some fresh air. I said I couldn't sleep. I'm just out here smoking a cigarette, enjoying the night air. And he's like, "All right, we're just trying to make sure nobody's in it." He's like, "I'm just making sure you're not getting in any trouble." But, I never had an issue with the police, and the police never had an issue with me. But I do know that where I used to live, there was always domestic violence going on, spilling out.
I think that's why I worried about you, because I knew that.
Yeah.
And if you live in a big city, no offense, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just...
No, you're not offending me.
I'm talking about anyone watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds stereotypical, and that's not my intention. I guess I'm just used to living in a small town.
But I never had anything bad happen.
Let's go.
So.
Okay.
So I guess the next one, and know how you're going to answer too. Do you have any pets?
We have 2 dogs, Sandy and Rizzo. They're Basset Hound Beagles or Bagels. They're mom and daughter. Sandy's the mom,
Oh,
Rizzo's
they're
the
bagels,
daughter.
all right.
And yeah, they're like little short pollywogs, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of like if you took a wiener dog and mixed it with a beagle.
Yeah. But aside from the dogs,
That's it. We don't have any more pets.
well, not exactly.
Honey, those are stray cats. They're not yours.
They're mine, but they're not, but they are. Anyway, so as of 2 years ago in the summertime, we can't really have cats because my mom is allergic and I do live with my mom.
Unfortunately.
But
You could put it in a plastic bubble.
no, we're not doing that. Let me tell my story. But at the time I had a Puggle, which is a pug beagle, and unfortunately she passed away, but I took her outside in the morning and there was this beautiful cat in the yard. She was orange, black and white. She looked like a little tiger.
Uh-huh.
And she was shy at first, so the first few times she would visit the yard and I would come out, she would run away. But I started to give her a little food, which that may or may not work for you if you have experience with stray cats, because you might get other critters too if we get other critters. But I'm not recommending it. I'm not trying to deter you from doing it. But anyway, I named the cat Mittens, and she warmed up to me pretty quickly. I consider her my pet, even though she's not really my pet. But there's her, and then there's another orange cat. His name we call him Garfield. He's orange. And he was shy too. He took a little longer to warm up to us than Mittens did.
He's got a fat face.
Yeah, he eats a lot.
He's a rat monster too.
Don't call him that. But those are the 2 main cats. We also have other cats. They have various names. Mittens end up being what they call a tortoiseshell cat. And there's her and Garfield, and then we have a few other stray cats. There's about 3 others that let us pet them, and they meow at us like crazy. They're pretty friendly cats.
They meow at you.
Yeah.
Have you ever stopped to consider that maybe these cats belong to somebody, they just don't have them tagged?
They might. They need to take better care of them, though.
So if you move and you take these cats with you, thinking that nobody wants them, and they actually do belong to somebody. Well, they should
take better care of the cats.
Yeah, but if it belongs to somebody...
Apparently they're not going to miss them.
Okay, well, my point is...
And you just said they're strays, so...
They could be. I don't know that they are.
There's one that we call Socks. He's someone's pet because sometimes he'll wear a collar. One time he had a handkerchief on. So that tells me he is someone's pet. See, a cat like that I wouldn't take because that is someone's pet. They need to take better care of them, though.
Sometimes people don't like to put collars on their animals. We don't keep collars on our dogs.
When they go outside, they have a leash.
Well, they have a
harness.
But the only reason we keep a harness on the dogs when they go outside is because they're beagles. They'll dig in the yard if we don't. So we have to keep a harness.
The thing is, though, I mean, I love seeing these cats, and they might be stray. Some of them might be like indoor, outdoor cats. I don't believe in outdoor cats. If you have a cat or a dog, any kind of animal, you really ought to keep it indoors. Or if you're going to let outside, keep it supervised. I mean, please. Anything could happen to that cat. They can get hit by a car. Somebody could steal the cat. It could get into poison and eat something poisonous, and it can mean life. It can mean the poor cat's life.
Which is why you should be careful about what you throw in your guys' yard, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have cats in your backyard, you don't want them getting into anything like that.
I mean, as much as I love seeing Mittens and Garfield, if they're someone's pet, I shouldn't be seeing them.
I kind of wonder if that one cat that we saw belonged to either of them.
Which cat do you got?
So, back I'd say about a year ago.
Oh, that one, yeah.
We were on the way home from the store, and there was a cat laying in the road. In fact, I'm the first one to notice it. And we stopped, and it looked like somebody had ran it over.
Its poor eye was bulging out.
Yeah, so the thing about it is, usually cats are pretty agile. They'll run away from cars and stuff. But it looked like somebody had deliberately done it on purpose.
And it could have been.
which is fucked up because, like, who does that? You know what I mean?
I mean, it was the nighttime. It's possible. Maybe it ran out. They didn't see it.
Yeah.
They could have stopped and, taken care of it.
Yeah, the only way that somebody would have done that is out of pure cruelty. You know what I mean? Like, it
'Cause,
takes somebody that's really cruel.
Because the thing is, I've hit a deer before, and I didn't mean to hit the deer. The deer was okay, though it ran away. So it's possible maybe they didn't see the cats. Personally, I couldn't have just left it. I would have taken care of it. Although it's possible maybe they didn't realize they hit the cat. I mean, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I know.
But unfortunately, the vet was closed. We tried to call the non-emergency number for the police. It was closed, even though it was like 7
Yeah,
o'clock.
because it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock when we were out.
I mean, it wasn't exactly late.
Yeah.
So we tried a few houses, and no one knew who the cat was.
Yeah.
So we went to our next door neighbor, and he said it wasn't his cat, but he knew who it belonged to, and unfortunately, it wasn't gonna make it. So it was still breathing. It still had a little lift in it.
There was nothing we could have done, even if we wanted to. See, the thing about it is, guys, this is such a small town that services like that, they don't stay open like they do in a big city. And it's just,
no 24-hour Walmarts here.
No 24-hour vets, no 24-hour Walmarts. Even if we could get it to a vet, the vet would have been closed. We could have.
Even the grocery store here, it closes at 10 p.m., which is pretty early.
Well, they close. Honestly. They close like that where I'm from too. They want like Walmart. Walmart used to be open 24/7, but now it only.
I think that's a thing of the past now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know of any that are open 24 hours.
Yeah, it used to be open 24 hours. Now it's open like 10 o'clock, something like that.
McDonald's closes at like 10 or 11.
The only pet that I've ever had was when I was about 9 years old or 8 years old. I had a dog named Bear. It's been so long ago now that I couldn't even tell you what the breed was. I know that it was I'm pretty sure that it was Golden Lab. I was a kid at the time. I was pretty messed up. Because you got to figure, like, my mom was an alcoholic. She was in a relationship with an abusive alcoholic, so I was a pretty messed up kid. So I really don't remember a lot of what went on back then, but I do know that we had a dog named Bear. And my mom's ex-boyfriend would get drunk, and he would get abusive, and not just against me and my mother, but against the dog too. And it I was too young to understand because nobody had ever explained a lot of that to me. It was the first time in my life I had ever really had a pet.
Yeah.
And looking back at it years later, it really upsets me because I realized that is such a messed up thing to do. And it got to the point where eventually the dog had to be put down. And it's just, this is one of the reasons why I quit drinking, because I was not the type of person to get like that. Like, when I would get drunk, I wouldn't get abusive or angry or anything like that. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't have become something like that later on down the road.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be like him. So, that's part of the reason why I made that conscious choice. But yeah, if you have your pets, just
please take care of them.
Just cherish them, because they really do have feelings.
Their whole
I'm not going to go out on a limb and say animals have souls, but
see, I disagree. I think they have a soul.
I don't really know for sure.
I don't know for sure, but I believe that they would. I can't.
But
for sure,
I mean, they have feelings just like we do, and they deserve life just like we do.
They'll only be part of your life, unfortunately, for a little while, but you're their whole life.
But I mean, if I had a choice on having a pet, I'd probably have a cat if Mom wasn't allergic to it.
Yeah. See, I would like to build a catio so that way the cats would be outdoors. Yeah, but they would be indoors too, so they couldn't get into any kind of trouble. So that'd be kind of a win-win situation. We may or may not be moving in the future. I don't know for sure, but if that does happen, I am going to at least take Mittens and Garfield, because they're going to think I just abandoned them if I were to up and move and not take them.
Well, that also depends on if Mom wants to move too.
I'm just saying it's not set in stone that we are going to move. I'm just saying it's a potential thing. It's on the table.
So, do we have Do you have a favorite movie or TV show?
So my favorite movie is Tangled.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, or Rapunzel. And
I
my
knew you were
favorite
going to say that.
my favorite TV show is The Good Doctor. Unfortunately, it was canceled earlier this year. So, all right.
Well, you did start getting into Once Upon a Time.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to love Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen it, it's a really good show. You should watch it.
It's about like fairy tales and it's kind of.
Well, it's about this kid. He's got this storybook,
Mm.
and coincidentally, the town is named Storybook.
Storybrooke.
Storybrooke, Maine.
Yeah.
And like all the people in the show are like characters from the storybook. It's a really good show.
It's like a double. It's like a.
Yeah.
They live double lives, but they don't really. It doesn't hit them until.
My
Eventually.
most favorite movie would probably be. See, the thing about it is, I'm like movies, like I am with books and
It's hard
music.
to pick. Yeah.
It's hard to pick because I have so many favorites.
See,
I don't know. I don't really have a particular favorite as far as movies are concerned, but I do have a lot of
do you
favorites.
have a favorite cartoon?
Um,
I'll let you guess what mine is.
again, that's one of those things where I have so many favorites. I just,
No judging. If you want to say SpongeBob, no one's gonna judge.
I do like anime.
Okay.
See, she doesn't like anime, and the reason she doesn't like anime is because her ex was into anime. He tried to get her into this really stupid one where this girl, every time she sees a guy, she turns into a dragon.
See, it's
called Neo Bahamut.
I know it's a pretty popular thing. I know a lot of people like anime, so I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just not my thing. I don't like a lot of things that are popular. I mean, I've said that several times.
It's just one of those things, you either like it or you don't. You know?
My favorite cartoon is The Simpsons. I know it's not as good as it once was, but I will be sad the day that it ends.
Yeah. And TV is, again, one of those things where I just don't have a favorite. I have so many favorites.
I couldn't... See, I have a favorite singer, favorite TV show, favorite cartoon, but I couldn't pick, like, a favorite song or episode of either show or anything.
You have a favorite holiday?
Christmas. Yours?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Christmas.
Yeah.
Although you do like autumn, though.
Yeah, that's a season, though.
Yeah.
I love fall. That's my favorite singer.
I like Christmas because I believe in Santa Claus. Even though you don't think Santa Claus is real.
I will say I think Christmas is better when you're a kid. I guess because the magic is still there.
Well,
not saying that it can't be when you're an adult.
See, the magic's still there for me. I'm still curious how Santa got in this house because we don't have a fireplace.
He came through the front door or the garage. Or he snuck in.
Wouldn't he have appeared on the Ring camera if he came into the front door?
Back then, we didn't have a Ring camera. This was like the 90s, hun. They didn't have those.
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about
this year.
Several days ago. What do you mean?
He didn't come.
Yeah, he did.
No,
we had presents under the tree.
They were from you. I know
no,
your
they were from
handwriting.
Santa. They said Santa on the presents.
It was your handwriting, unless you double a Santa.
Well, Santa can mimic people's handwriting. Santa does exist.
Haven't you heard that song, Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy?
Okay, well, that's because Daddy dressed up as Santa Claus. See, the song, I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus, she was really kissing Daddy, but because of the fact that she was drunk on brandy and eggnog, she didn't realize that she was actually kissing her husband. So she was...
I figured that was about the kid saying his mom kissed Santa Claus.
Yeah, yeah. The kid thought that Mommy was kissing Santa Claus, but see, here's the thing. Because the kid probably never saw his dad dress up as Santa Claus. And the mom, she thought that she was actually kissing Santa Claus because she was drunk on brandy and eggnog.
Do you know there's a movie based on that song? It was a pretty funny movie.
That's
it was
weird.
Not really, it was a good movie. It was one of my favorites from the early 2000s. It was my favorite Christmas movie until Christmas with the Cranks came out.
Yeah.
In 2005.
I think if I had a favorite Christmas movie, it would probably be Bad Santa.
Mm-hmm. See, I think when we watched it, I fell asleep. A lot of movies.
But she doesn't like Bad Santa because it's got like a whole bunch of profanity in it and stuff like that.
Well, I don't mind cussing once in a while. And
You say the F word out now. What? Why are you staring at me like a deer in the headlights? What?
No, never mind. All right.
You're not going to go to hell for saying the F word?
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna skip that second. That's about your community. We're not involved in the community. Um, um, you want to play Would You Rather?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna play a game of Would You Rather because she's never played Would You Rather before, so
Not with you
just
anyway.
warning, it gets kind of raunchy.
I don't doubt it. You have to put 18 plus thing on this video.
Yeah, so okay, so the first one would be, would you rather have a brain freeze every time you drink or have a toothache every time you eat?
Oh gosh. Gosh, I don't know. That's a hard one. Because they both suck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like, I guess maybe the brain freeze because I don't drink as much as I eat. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I have to have a brain freeze every time you drink.
Well, the thing about it is, a toothache doesn't just go away.
No.
Trust me, guys, a toothache doesn't just go away because you're not eating. It's there to stay.
You know what would suck though when I would go to drink coffee to get rid of my headache and it would just be making it worse.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alrighty.
Let's see here. If I can get it to. Well, if I can get it to
work.
Well, the internet's being stupid, so give me a second, guys.
Wait, I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, next question. All right. So, let's see here. Okay, it says, would you rather eat Brussels sprout flavored chocolate?
Oh, Lord.
Or eat chocolate covered Brussels sprout? That's disgusting.
This is a lose-lose situation.
Because they're both gross. Either way, you're going to make me throw up.
It's going to be Brussels sprouts either way. This is one of those you just want to like pick a random.
That's like saying, would you eat feet? That's disgusting, dude. But you're going to have to pick one.
I know.
Either way, I'm going to make myself look nasty.
I guess the chocolate covered Brussels sprouts, I mean, it's kind of the same difference.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? They're the same difference.
That's disgusting.
Well, so is that other one.
Okay.
Well, what about you?
Hang on. Next round.
You didn't answer. Which one did you pick?
I'm not answering that. That's disgusting.
Well, I had to.
Okay. Would you rather be called out for wearing the same costume as last year or by wearing the same costume as someone else?
Okay, so when I was a kid, I would pretty much always dress like a witch for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I guess I would go with be called out for wearing the same costume as last year. On the other hand, if you wore the same costume as someone else, at least you knew you had good taste.
Yeah, because you're not going to dress like everybody else, right? Yeah, so we can actually play. We could actually
You
dedicate.
didn't answer that one.
I just did. I said I wouldn't want to dress like everybody else.
No.
We could
Get
actually,
back Get back to the chocolate.
That's no.
I had to answer, so you have to.
Okay, fine. Chocolate covered Brussels sprouts. That's disgusting.
Yeah, they're both nasty. Okay.
Yeah, so we can actually dedicate a live stream just to playing Would You Rather if you want.
Yeah, that would be fun sometime, yeah.
Yeah. That way you can gross yourself out.
Hopefully they ask easier questions than that.
Well, either way, they're going to be disgusting.
Like, would you rather wear a snake around your neck or a spider on your finger or something? To me, the answer is easy. I mean, they're both.
Are we talking poisonous spiders?
No, just like a spider.
Oh, okay. Because we're talking about like a brown recluse that'll give you flesh-eating bacteria. I'm
talking about like just a non-venomous snake and a non-venomous spider.
All right. So, what's your favorite? What is your spirit animal?
Cat.
You identify as a cat.
Ever since these cats showed up in our yard,
Okay, so here's
I'm a
the
cat
thing.
lady. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She will literally walk up to me and she will hiss at me like
That's
a
what
cat.
my Mittens used to do when she first started to, come here. She'd be like,
or she'll
right
walk
away.
up to me and she will meow at me.
Sometimes I don't know what to say.
So you just walk up to me and meow.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Pet you? Sounds so dirty.
Yeah.
My spirit animal is a raven. Although I do love wolves.
Wolves are cool.
Very much so. They remind me of Native Americans.
Yeah.
Which I have a very deeply resounding respect for Native Americans. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I would want a superpower to be able to see the future, but not the full future. Like, say, if I had to make a difficult decision.
Where's the fun in that?
No, just like, listen. So I could see both sides of each option. So if I went with option A, I could see what would happen in the long run with option A. Option B, I could see that option if there are any more options,
Right.
I just feel like that'd be a helpful one to have, so I wouldn't make too many mistakes. Because some mistakes can be devastating. So, and you? Visibility would be kind of cool too.
I don't know. If I had a
Have it
superpower,
flight.
I think it would probably be fly through space without having to wear an oxygen tank, just because space is so beautiful. I don't know. That's a really hard question.
I wrote a story one time about a girl that was a lost mermaid, and she was able to breathe underwater, even though she was afraid. She was originally afraid of water. And
that's the story I helped you with. Remember?
Yeah, you uploaded it for me.
Yeah. Did you ever hear anything back about it?
No, that's okay. It was fun to participate in. It was a short story contest.
I was thinking about helping her finish it because I am a writer.
Yeah.
So
we could be a co-author.
Maybe.
And you're working on a book too.
Yep, I'm working on a science fiction series. Still in progress. Thank you. Do you have a favorite meme?
It's gotta be that one with Homer Simpson when he's backing up into the bushes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I would say that one.
I think mine would be the meme with the two women and the woman's like pointing, and then you have the white cat.
Oh yeah, I know that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't remember where that's actually from.
I think it's from it's Real Housewives or something. I think
maybe
it could be. I didn't watch that show, so I really couldn't tell you for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's where it originated. That's a good one. That's iconic.
Yeah, there's a lot of memes that are funny.
Or the one with Patrick Star where he's on his rock, or not his rock, I guess, but he's up on that thing trying to catch SpongeBob when he wants to be a jellyfish. Yeah. That's become a meme.
I like the one where it looks like SpongeBob is flipping people off,
Yeah.
Where he's telling me to be number one and he's actually flipping people off.
Yeah, or that one where he's like this, like, I have a pin of it on my backpack where he's like that. Wow, crazy eyes.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
When I was 17 or 18, there's this Chinese buffet a few towns away, and as a family, it was always one of our favorite places to go to. And one time they had squid on the buffet. I didn't realize it was squid. It said squia because the marker had rubbed off the part of the D that makes it a D, so it looked like an A, so it looked like squia. So I tried it. It wasn't too bad, actually.
See, I can actually see you saying that squid, like
squia.
Squid.
Squid.
Squia.
Squid.
Squid.
Squia.
So
that's what it looked like.
Like if you were from the South and you say, "I want some squid."
I'm not from the South. Born and raised in the Midwest.
Yeah, but you said it like I want some squid.
Well, it said squia, not squid.
Yeah, but it sounds like squid.
It didn't say squid. It said squia.
You sound like a Southern preacher.
I love Joanna Simpsons.
Yeah.
And I had frog legs too. That was another strange thing. I didn't really care for it.
No, thank you.
Very dry. Okay.
That just sounds disgusting.
How about you as a white chocolate?
That's not the weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
It's most disgusting.
The weirdest thing I've ever eaten is I was at a friend's house in Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked me if I was hungry, and I said
Uh-oh.
yes. So he gave me a bowl of food, and he gave one to his wife and somebody else that was there. They found it to be good. I thought it tasted weird,
What was it?
and I said, "What is this?" And he said, "It's squirrel."
Oh man,
I was like,
I don't know if I could eat
"Ugh."
squid.
No,
Yeah.
no, I said squirrel, not
Or
squid.
squirrel, my bad. Squid, squirrel. A lot of
That was
SQU
gross.
words.
I mean, look, I like gamey meat, like deer meat.
I never had deer.
But squirrel, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They
Yeah,
say
that
it
was-
tastes like chicken, did it?
No, it did not taste like chicken. It's hard to describe. It was
I
pretty
could-
gross.
I know some people eat rattlesnake and they say it's like chicken. I hate snakes, so
Ugh.
I don't want to touch one. I don't want to be near one. I definitely wouldn't eat
I
one.
wouldn't even need to eat a snake if I was out in the wilderness trying to survive. Screw
Mm-mm.
that.
I saw a meme one time. It was this disgusting barbecue, and it had alligator or crocodile, and it had snake meat. And it said, "What would you do in this situation if you went to a meme and this was what they had to eat?" Like, I'd be like, "Oh, my bad. I forgot to tell you I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd
I
feel.
better
about,
leave. Bye."
I don't know how I'd feel about going over to somebody's house and they like had an alligator sitting on the table with an apple in its mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I kind of feel bad eating meat. I mean, I'm a flexitarian, which means I eat vegetarian not all the time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of vegetarian options at the restaurants around here, so if I go out to eat, it's usually I am gonna have like a burger or steak or something.
Yeah.
But my dad was also a flexitarian, so he was a big inspiration for me to not eat as much meat.
Yeah. Well, they don't really have a lot of options for restaurants around here anyway.
That's what I was saying earlier. You have the basic fast foods, and they have like maybe 3 or 4 restaurants, and then that's about it.
But I would have hated to go to some of those restaurants that Gordon Ramsay had to go to.
Yeah, no kidding.
There was this one he went to. It was called the Seaside or something.
Mhm.
It was the seafood restaurant, and there was this container of tartar sauce under the line,
Mhm.
and it looked really disgusting. And the chef was like, "Don't throw that away. I'm gonna eat it."
Oh gosh.
I was like,
Oh,
"Are you crazy? It looks spoiled. Looks like it's got mold in it."
That's probably your last meal, my friend.
I mean, if you want to eat it, then go
Yeah,
right
I mean, I
ahead.
can't-
But
yeah.
that's disgusting.
My bet.
And I mean, that comes from somebody who like eats Miracle Whip. I'm just saying.
and it's disgusting.
But that's not disgusting to me. It's not got mold in it. That's just. Ugh.
I just don't like mayonnaise. To me, the most iconic thing from Kitchen Nightmares is that guy. Oh, my name's Nino.
Oh, and he goes, "Hello, He goes, "No, wait a minute." He goes, "My name's Nino."
That's
Yeah,
a
that was
meme
pretty
too,
funny.
I think. So yeah, that would be another favorite meme of mine. If it's
Yeah.
not a meme, it needs to be. Somebody.
That was
take a
actually a
meme.
pretty funny episode.
Yeah,
I think one of these days we need to go to the UK
that would be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to go there.
to see how people behave over there.
Mhm.
I'll finally be able to get you to eat at a chippy.
I didn't say I wouldn't eat there.
You know,
I'm not as it's a fish and chips place.
I was going to say, would you like to eat at a chippy? If we have any viewers from the UK, I'm sorry if I'm like destroying your dialect. But
He doesn't mean to offend.
No, I just do it for laughs.
I don't eat seafood a lot, but I will eat it. I couldn't eat sushi though.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I don't like sushi either. I think it's disgusting.
I like tempura shrimp. You had that? That's yummy.
Yep, those are the really big shrimps. Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive, so it's a rare treat, but it's actually pretty good.
I wouldn't mind having some seafood and some shrimp though.
Lodgent Silvers is good.
Yeah.
That's the one seafood I've always enjoyed.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I have a channel called The Amy Show if you're interested. And James has a great channel here
Well, I just make gaming videos
Well, yeah, it's still a great channel though.
for entertainment purposes. Of course.
My channel, it's kind of a lot of random stuff. It's kind of a mashup. I don't really do gaming videos though.
She's not a gamer anyway.
No. I usually do unboxings or food tastings. Sometimes I'll do a story time. Sometimes I'll do what I call a variety show, which is kind of, it'll be like one theme and it'll have a few different things on it. Like I did one a while back about s'mores. So I showed off my s'mores plushie and some s'mores lip balms, and I tried a s'more snack, and I read something from one of my favorite books from back in the day.
She likes reading to you guys.
Yeah. I'm not much of a reader, but I do have a lot of my childhood books and magazines, and sometimes I'll read on that.
Oh, I am. You should see all the books that I have. I love to read.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more into reading.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to order a few books in the new year.
You gotta have the patience for it.
Yeah. I mean, I can probably read like a chapter a day from a book.
Well, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for sticking
for
around.
watching.
If anybody ends up watching us, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. And hopefully you know more about us than you did before.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you didn't mind putting up with me, too.
Putting up with both of us, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you on the flip side, guys.
Bye.